Well, you know what? Jen and I are just talking here. When you have something good, you just want to keep it around for a bit, right? And when it comes to food, you know, just a little bit longer. This morning, foodie Jen Barthell is going to show us how you can all those favorite pieces of produce. And, you know, we were talking, that's why I was a little distracted. I'm always scared of canning because I'm afraid I'm going to give somebody food poisoning or something.
I know. I was nervous about it just until last summer. It's about as long as I've been doing it. And there are just some really simple guidelines. You can find instructions all over the internet. I posted a link to, you know, the instructions on my blog along with all the recipes. It really is just about being clean. If you're working clean, you're following very simple guidelines. It really is just hot water. You're sterilizing your jars before you're putting your food in it. And it's not complicated.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are some of the things that we want to keep around a little longer.
Yeah, so my whole thing is that I cook seasonally, and when you can cook and eat seasonally kind of all throughout the year. I mean, peaches are at the peak of their season right now, so I've turned them into peach preserves, which I turned into peach barbecue sauce, which I put on some baby back ribs that I roasted in the oven. And by putting this in this jar, this is good for, it's shelf stable for a year. You know, so in the dead of winter, I feel like a nice fresh peach, I can open up that jar, make some biscuits, and I'm good to go.
Good.
And then this one here, this is a couple, I know, aren't they pretty? They're just pickled red onions. Those are one of the simplest pickles you can make, and they turn that beautiful pink color. So this is just the red onion in this jar. It's this, a spicy tomato jam that I've taken with our nice fresh tomatoes, and I made a burger there with just, you know, some grass-fed beef.
Okay, they can't see it. There you go.
There we go. Aren't those gorgeous?
They are.
Yeah, those are fun.
Okay, we can't.
And that's some spicy tomato jam, and it's like the best version of ketchup you've ever had. It'll remove ketchup from your life, I promise.
And I don't know, you do this so well. You cut these things in little cubes. They're so pretty.
Yeah, just takes a little patience, that's all. This is, granted, one of my more unusual ideas, but it is so delicious. It's seared ahi tuna, cubed watermelon, this picnic relish here, which is the sweet corn that I've taken. And this is actually from last year. I wanted to bring this one because I opened up my last jar from last August, and it's beautiful and fresh and delicious.
I see Jason's next project. Okay, next.
So this one here, this is one of my favorite spring-summer ingredients is rhubarb. It looks like red celery. It's kind of crazy. People don't really know what to do with it. It's very tart, but I turned it into a roasted vanilla rhubarb jam, which you actually just make in the oven. It's a really simple little jam recipe, and then I've put it in a coffee cake. And just run it. Yeah, so it kind of runs all through the middle, and I put it in a bundt pan, so the crumbs are on the bottom, which is not quite where they usually are, but it worked out.
So where are your recipes?
On NeighborhoodFoodie.com. All of my gorgeous produce came from specialty produce. All the recipes are there. Like I said, the canning guidelines are there. It's so simple. It's a fun hobby. You know, my grandma did it. It's fun for me to kind of be able to connect with both of them, and I've got some of her old heirloom recipes and things like that. So it's been a lot of fun.
Okay, Jen, thanks very much. Setting a
Thank
pretty table, and it can last for quite some time.
Yeah.